Good morning, students. Let us start with carbohydrates. So, carbohydrates are biomolecules. So, what are biomolecules? Biomolecules are these carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and all, which is required uh, in our body as a fuel molecules, and they are a component of our system. They are present in our system. These carbohydrates are chemically, what are carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are hydrates of carbon. They contain element carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So literally we call it as hydrates of carbon. So carbohydrates are hydrates of carbon. Okay. So what is the proper definition for carbohydrates? They are polyhydroxy aldehydes or ketones or compounds which yield these on hydrolysis. Okay, compounds which yield these on hydrolysis. What is mean by polyhydroxy? Poly means many, hydroxy means OH group. Aldehydes means CHO group, ketone C double bond O. Aldehyde means CHO group, ketone means C double bond O group. So, definition for carbohydrates is they are polyhydroxy aldehydes or ketones or compounds which yield these on hydrolysis. Okay. So, general formula is CH2O N. N is the number of carbon. This you already studied in your 12th standard. So, CH2O N. N is the number of carbon. Now, let us see what are the functions of these carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, what are the functions of these carbohydrates? They are abundant dietary source of energy for all organisms. We eat food regularly, rice or wheat and other food what we eat, what food we consume our day-to-day life, which contains carbohydrate. So they are abundant dietary source of energy. For example, glucose. From where glucose comes? What food we eat, rice or what, which contains polysaccharide or even which is converted to monosaccharide, that is glucose. Why glucose is required for the oxidation of glucose? What it gives? It gives energy. Why energy is required? For cellular function energy is required. So oxidation of glucose produce energy rich adenosine triphosphate molecule, ATP molecules is required for cellular function. So even brain cells which cannot survive without this glucose, because of the within few seconds, so this function will be lost. So these carbohydrates are very important. Okay, so they yield ATP molecules. So energy is derived from oxidation of carbohydrate. So that is in the form of glucose. Glucose is nothing but it's a carbohydrates. Also, these carbohydrates are precursor of many organic compounds. Even fat and amino acids also derived from carbohydrates. Fats and amino acids also derived from carbohydrates. Fats and amino acids are other biomolecules. You know that amino acids are building blocks of proteins. Okay, amino acid linked by peptide bond to form protein. Okay, fat are heterogeneous group of organic compound which is insoluble in water, but they are soluble in organic solvent. Oil, ghee and other phospholipids, whatever you see in fatty acid, whatever you see in even in cellular cell membrane, cholesterol, glycoprotein, glycolipid or fat. Okay, so carbohydrates are dietary source of energy. They are precursors for many organic compound. What is the meaning of precursors? They required as a uh, they required for the synthesis of this organic compound. Okay, uh, also, as I told before in chapter cell, these glycoprotein and glycolipids participate in structure of cell membrane. Okay, you have already seen glycoprotein and glycolipid are part of cell membrane. What is the structure of cell membrane? It is made up of phospholipid bilayer. Also, it contains cholesterol, glycoprotein and glycolipid. So, they are nothing but carbohydrates. Glycoproteins is carbohydrate plus protein. Glycolipid means carbohydrate plus lipid. Glycoprotein example is albumin is a glycoprotein. So glycoprotein and glycolipids participate in structure of cell membrane and cellular function also. These carbohydrates required like cell growth, addition and for fertilization. These processes also this carbohydrate is required. Okay. A fourth function of carbohydrate is they are structural component of many they are a structural component of many organisms. Okay, organisms means for example this plant made up of cellulose. Cellulose is a polysaccharide. It is a homopolysaccharide cellulose. It made up of glucose molecules. Cellulose. We lack cellulase enzyme, so digestion of cellulose is difficult for humans. So carbohydrates are structural component of many organisms. Example fiber of plant, also exoskeleton of some insect. Phylum Arthropoda. There are many insects have exoskeleton uh, which is made up of carbohydrate, that is chitin, CHITIN. So it is carbohydrates are structural component of many organisms. Also carbohydrate serves as storage form of energy. Glycogen is the storage form of animal storage. We call it as glycogen as animal storage. See, we take food which is converted into monosaccharide glucose. Okay, glucose is required for energy production of ATP. So when excess glucose is there, what happens after consuming food? Excess glucose is stored as glycogen in the liver. Okay, so after 3-4 hours of after consumption of food, 3-4 hours, so again body need to maintain blood glucose level. Okay, random blood glucose level is 72, around 140 milligram to maintain that. So there is a need of energy to body. So what happens? So glycogen which is stored in the liver is converted to glucose. Glycogenolysis, that is breakdown of glycogen, again gives glucose which is required after about 3 to 4 hours of fasting. So carbohydrate serves as storage form of energy, that is glycogen. So glycogen is animal storage. Okay. Sixth function, some carbohydrates are dietary fibers. Dietary fibers are nothing but they are complex carbohydrates. Why dietary fiber is required? This comes under nutrition. See, doctors are advised for especially for diabetic patient and all to take dietary fibers. So what is the function of dietary fiber? They decrease the absorption of glucose and cholesterol from the intestine, okay, beside increasing the bulk of feces. So decreasing the absorption of glucose and cholesterol in the intestine is helpful, especially for diabetic patient and all. That reduces the blood glucose level, keeps the blood glucose level under control. Okay, otherwise there is a sharp increase in the blood glucose level, what we call glycemic index. So these dietary fibers have less glycemic index, so they are also complex carbohydrates, so they decrease the absorption of glucose, that is the main function, and increase the bulk of feces. Okay, so carbohydrates are required for synthesis of fat. Okay, the starting compound synthesis of fat. Fat is another concentrated storage form of energy. See, glucose, excess glucose after food, that is stored as glucose is stored in the liver as glycogen. So if any requirement of glucose is there after 4-5 hours of food consumption, glycogen is converted to glucose. If further these excess energy carbohydrate is stored as fat under the adipose tissue, below the adipose tissue skin, okay, below the skin. So carbohydrates are required for the synthesis of fat. Also, so you can see ribose is a 5 carbon, that is aldo pentose, okay, aldopentose ribose, which is a component of RNA. Deoxyribose is a component of DNA. What is RNA, DNA? Hereditary DNA is deoxyribose nucleic acid. It is a hereditary material. So ribose is a component of RNA. Ribose is a pentose sugar, okay, aldopentose, and deoxyribose also aldopentose, which is a component of deoxyribose is the component of DNA, ribose is the component of RNA. So both are carbohydrates. So these carbohydrates involved in protein sparing action of carbohydrate. The meaning is protein sparing action means these carbohydrates and amino acid, these carbohydrates, they preserve or they conserve these proteins, because energy can also be formed by proteins. Okay, so the mostly carbohydrates only used as energy requirement. Protein is avoided. The reason is protein is required for development, like development of the muscle and all, or body structure. Protein is required. So protein consumption is reduced in the presence of carbohydrate. So there is a sparing action of protein sparing action of carbohydrate. Okay, that is why if carbohydrates is not available, finally these protein degradation and all takes place. So there is a muscle loss of muscle, and it create other complications, metabolic. So protein sparing action. Then also carbohydrate act as an anticoagulant. For example, heparin is a polysaccharide, okay, it is a heteropolysaccharide or glycosaminoglycan. So you are studying glycosaminoglycan at the end of carbohydrate chapter. So heparin is used as anticoagulant. So heparin is a complex carbohydrate. So as I told, the functions of carbohydrate, they are dietary source of energy. Example, glucose. Carbohydrates are precursor, okay, So they are the starting compounds for synthesis of fat and amino acid. So they are structural component of cell membrane. Also carbohydrates, uh, structural component of many lower organisms. And in plant it is fiber that contains cellulose is a homopolysaccharide, it's a carbohydrate. Exoskeleton of some insect, that is chitin, which is present in the exoskeleton of insect. Chitin is a carbohydrate. So glycogen is the storage form of carbohydrate. So carbohydrate also serve as storage form of energy. So dietary fibers are complex carbohydrates. So what is the importance of dietary fibers? They decrease the absorption of glucose and cholesterol from the intestine. So thereby it prevent entry of more entry of excess entry of glucose into the blood. So it is mainly required for nutrition. So it may required for balanced diet and some metabolic diseases, especially to reduce the weight, and diabetic patient usually they take dietary fibers. So dietary fibers are complex carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are required for synthesis of fat. So DNA and RNA contains glucose, ribose, aldopentose. That RNA, deoxyribose is present in the DNA. Deoxyribose is a carbohydrate. Protein sparing action means carbohydrate prevent the excess use of protein. In simple language, we can say it prevent the excess use of protein. So carbohydrate provide the immediate source of energy, thereby it preserve protein. Protein is required for the development of body. So heparin is also a heteropolysaccharide, is a carbohydrate which is the anticoagulant. Okay. So next we see the classification of carbohydrate. We will see the classification of carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are classified into three groups: monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. Mono means which cannot be further hydrolyzed into simpler forms. Which cannot be further hydrolyzed into simpler form. These are called monosaccharides. Okay. Example, glucose and fructose. Oligosaccharides, they are carbohydrate that yield 2 to 10 molecules of same or different monosaccharide on hydrolysis. Oligo means 2 to 10. They on hydrolysis they yield 2 to 10 monosaccharide unit. Example, sucrose is gives on hydrolysis, sucrose gives glucose and fructose. So sucrose yield 2 monosaccharide unit. Arabinose, which is aldopentose, it is 5 carbon. Okay. So that also one example for oligosaccharide. Oligosaccharide contain on hydrolysis they yield 2 to 10 monosaccharide unit. Okay. Next is polysaccharide. Poly meaning is many, saccharide. So these are carbohydrate which yield more than 10 molecules of monosaccharides on hydrolysis. Example, starch and glycogen. Okay. Again further classification is there. Monosaccharide, in polysaccharide, that is homopolysaccharide and heteropolysaccharide, that we will see later. This starch and glycogen both are homopolysaccharide because they yield similar monosaccharide unit. So what is the definition for polysaccharide? They are carbohydrate which yield more than 10 molecules of monosaccharide on hydrolysis. Example, starch, glycogen, inulin also we can give example. So okay, let us see the classification of monosaccharides. Classification of monosaccharide. So monosaccharides classified based on the functional group, that is the whether it contains aldehyde group, CHO group, or C double bond O keto group. So monosaccharides are classified depend on the functional group and number of carbon: triose, tetrose, pentose, hexose, heptose. 3 means three, tri means 3, tetra means 4, penta means 5, penta means 5, hexa means 6, hepta means 7. So that is why 3 to 7 carbon is important for human. Okay, so monosaccharide is in the classification of carbohydrates. How they are classified: monosaccharide, oligosaccharide, and polysaccharide. But this monosaccharide further classified based on the functional group and number of carbon atoms. So there is a tabular column chart. There you can see number of carbon. 3 carbon is triose, example of glyceraldehyde. Ketose, 3 carbon ketose, example is dihydroxyacetone. Tetrose, 4 carbon, aldose is erythrose, 4 carbon ketose is erythrulose. 5 carbon sugar is pentose. Aldose, 5 carbon aldose is ribose, where ribose present in DNA, ribonucleic acid. And ribulose is 5 carbon ketose. What is 6 carbon hexose? Example is glucose is the aldose, which contains aldehyde group. What about 6 carbon ketose? That is fructose, sucrose and all. Heptose is 7 carbon, glucoheptose is the aldose, ceduloheptulose is the ketose. So this is one of the important short note question. So classification of monosaccharide based on the how monosaccharides are classified based on the functional group. And what is the meaning of functional group? CHO group, aldehyde group, and ketone group. So they classified triose, example glyceraldehyde, dihydroxyacetone, tetrose, erythrose, pentose, ribose, ribulose. Hexose is 6 carbon, our glucose, and fructose. Heptose, glucoheptose, and ceduloheptulose. Okay, I will continue in the next class. Okay, thank you.